Take two. Welcome everyone to Sappho and her sister. This is Lily. She's a pumpkin for Halloween. As you can tell, we are dressed up for the occasion.
What are you for Halloween?
I am a dancer, which you'll see in a second when I put my
so vague.
But yeah, say hi to everyone else. Say hi. Happy Halloween. Okay, this is not going to last, so I'm going to put her down. Welcome to Sappho and her sister, officially, with Mike 2. And coming in, stage right.
No, stage left.
Stage left.
Okay, my costume, let me, you need to understand the difference between me and Alyssa. Because Alyssa's just like going for a vibe. I'm going for something incredibly specific and niche. Anyways, I'm dressed as Jay Aston from Bucks Fizz, so.
Woo! Do the skirt rip. 1, 2. Woo! Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like that was actually like what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, you did good.
I think I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay.
I like that.
I feel like an idiot.
No, it looks really good on you.
Thank you.
Really, really good on you.
I don't believe you, but thank you.
No, I love the hair. It's absolutely perfect.
See, I think the hair is killing it for me because like when it comes to wigs, I'm like, it has to look good or it just looks like shit.
It really looks good.
Thank you.
I'm not, and it's not because we've had a few drinks already.
Yeah, I pre-gamed.
Pre-gamed?
She's drinking currently.
Yes.
You also pre-gamed a little.
Yeah. So this.
I did all my drinking beforehand.
Yeah, I like to sip on my alcohol.
I'm going to fix the frame, but you can keep talking.
Okay. Fixing and frame. We are drinking this evening water. She had a little bit of banana rum cream something.
Yeah.
And I am drinking, what is it? Mango rum and mango Celsius together with a couple ice cubes. Previously I did have some whiskey. So we are mixing it up tonight. Going all out.
I think I'm happy with this. I wanted it to be a little bit of a wider shot this time.
Okay, cool.
Back on mic, I wanted it to be like a wider shot so we can like see everything. Also, yes, it is officially our Halloween episode.
Woo! Spooky season!
We're going to be painting pumpkins, and you guys are going to have to tell us who does it better.
Mm-hmm.
We're both going to be painting the same thing, so it's like there's something to compare to.
Yes.
We're going to paint a bat.
Or
bats. Depending what we want to go with.
Bats!
I am also still sick, so no, I can't sing Making Your Mind Up. So don't even try. By the way, I have to put a clip in editing because no one is going to understand.
Yeah,
nobody.
I was gone.
Nobody is going to understand the skirt rip.
To clarify.
And while we are painting pumpkins, we are also going to be reading out spooky stories.
I'm so glad you're staying over tonight because I can't do spooky stories by myself.
Oh, good.
I spook myself out.
I'll do spooky stories and then I'll like stumble around the house at night like, oh god, why did I do that? But then I'll be fine.
Oh no, I'm okay. To clarify, I am such a scaredy cat. If the wind blows a little too hard in the month of October and a leaf blows by me at night, I'm scared. I jump. I don't like masks. I don't like gore. But if it's like true crime, Bailey Sarian, shout out, amazing YouTuber, then I can deal with like all the gore from there if it's like a factual scenario, but everything else I can't.
For me, I think the thing that I struggle with the most, like, I don't watch horror movies because it's just the jump scares and like the loudness. Because they always do like the horrible, like, crazy loud sound effects. And it's like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I want to keep my hearing in good condition. I also don't do well with like super loud noises in general. Like if I'm like out in a parking lot and like near a street and like loud motorcycle or something goes by, I'll just like fucking lose it. I'm not good with sounds.
It's all good. We're all good.
But yeah.
But yeah, so should we...
Yeah, do you want to read the first story?
No.
The cat is already sitting in her box.
Yes.
It's like her official spot.
She has her foot up like this on the side, and she's licking her foot. Okay, how about, since we're talking about cats, my cat told me about his past life as a human.
Yes, I want to read that one.
Okay, you can do it. It's on r/reincarnation, so you can go.
High key, I want Sammy to reincarnate, like, immediately.
The fact that you just put on your glasses completes the whole look.
Jay has to wear glasses.
Well, it looks so good.
Thank you.
So good. Okay.
I just wanted to see.
Please see.
I'm blind as shit.
Okay, let's, story number 1, let's get it.
Okay.
Go.
Start reading.
Oh, shit. Let me get a drink first.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna put my mic down, because I can't do 2 things at once at the moment. Please.
And if you need to pick it up to, like, make a comment, you can.
Oh, I will. I'll do my best. I'll try not to whack you guys around a little bit.
We can always cut it.
Okay, good.
We're not live.
True. Very true. Okay, you can start.
Alright.
I'm good.
My cat told me about his past life as a human, ? I feel as crazy typing this as the title sounds, but I have to share this experience with people who might understand. Recently I learned of Anna Breitenbach, I butchered that name, an animal communicator who apparently reads animals' minds. I listened to her on a podcast and she talked about how she gets into the right state to tap into the conscious field of energy around her and tune in to an animal's frequency. The practice sounded easy enough and I'm not used to this.
I'm sorry. It's a Microsoft.
Yeah, I'm an Apple bitch and she is like anything but Apple.
Hey, we have reasons. Alright, we have reasons.
The practice sounded easy enough and I had already been working on improving my meditation and connection with nature, so I tried the approach in the way she described it. Immediately I felt a Kundalini type vibration. By the way, I don't know what that means.
What the fuck?
I'm just reading the story.
Sorry, go ahead.
That felt like it snapped me into the surrounding vibrational field. With my eyes closed, I mentally placed my awareness on the location of my cat in the room and started asking him questions for which I had no idea what the answer would be. Why did you rip open the new bag of cat litter? Why did you only scratch that one couch? How do you feel about your food, etc.? I have so many questions for Mina. She's a kitten, I don't understand her. Right away I was getting answers from him, clear as day, that made perfect sense, but which I'd never thought of as I had considered these questions. I was quickly running out of ideas of what to ask him about, when I remembered Anna talking about meeting a cat who had told her she had been her guardian's mother in her previous life. So I asked him, who were you in your previous life? And immediately got the impression of human. I asked his first name and it came immediately, Brett. I thought that was weird because it's a young person's name. Tried to get a last name, all I could get was an O, and then as I focused on the O, I kept seeing a V and a multi-syllable name that ended with I-E or E-Y. But that was it. I figured maybe he couldn't remember. I asked when he died. 2020. When was he born? 1980s. Then I saw 1988 specifically, but I dismissed it because that's the year my husband was born, so I thought maybe it was my mind interfering. What?
I just got chills. Sorry, go ahead.
Where did he spend his time? New York. How did he die? Some ambiguity here, but it seemed like a drug overdose. He was addicted to something. My impression was cocaine, and it seemed to be what killed him, but maybe not. I also got a very vague image of what he looked like. White, short, dark hair, kind of condensed facial features. I don't know what condensed facial features would mean.
Lord knows.
This is where it gets crazy. I put in the name Brett Ulvaney and other variations into Google with the word obituary after it. Finally something came up, but the last name was O'Donnell. Then I saw the name of the funeral home / website, Oliveri. this word, for whatever reason, fit exactly with the impression I had gotten. I opened the obit. He was young and fit the vague physical description. Died 2020. Born 1988. From New Jersey. I live in North New Jersey. If you don't know the area, we're across the water from New York City. What is funny?
I don't know why that's so funny. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Continue.
Sorry.
We're across the water from New York City. Less than an hour from the shelter where we got our cat. I read through the family's description of him, knowing they wouldn't mention how he died, and found he pursued his certification in addiction counseling. He always said he wanted to help others like those who have helped him. To me, this was just too much to be a coincidence. The next night, I tried this with my cat again and got radio silence. I opened my eyes and realized he'd moved to a different spot in the room. I closed... That's such a cat move.
Mm-hmm.
I closed them and projected my awareness to the new spot and immediately started getting answers again. We talked about other stuff this time, not his past life. Would love to hear people's thoughts on this and if anyone has tried this with their pets. Okay, that was interesting. I will say from my perspective, I don't really have any set beliefs in, like, religion or in, like, spiritual things like vibration and whatever. Like, I know I'm surrounded by crystals. I know that's, like, one of my hyperfixations, but I like them because they are pretty. I don't necessarily believe in, like, magical powers that they have or anything. So, to me, this almost reads like, this is very interesting, but it doesn't have that believability to me that would make it, like, give me chills, you know? Because, like, if I did have a strong belief in this kind of thing, I'd be like, oh my god. But also, I think it's really interesting to think about. Because, like, if my cat were to reincarnate, I'd be like, come on, get back into my life already. You know?
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds.
Also, my mother swears on her life that a hamster that she had when she was younger
Okay,
was
I'm sorry.
reincarnated as Sammy. She said they have the same personality. There's also, like, reincarnation of, like... Okay, so my mom talked to a psychic once, and the psychic predicted my one cousin being born, and then also claimed that I was a reincarnation of a member of the family that had not made it past childhood. That was, like, a sibling of my granddad.
Okay.
So it's interesting to think about.
Right.
I don't have any specific past life memories, but I think that kind of thing is fascinating. So I'm not going to be, like, a total hater on it, but
right.
I also don't have enough belief in it to be like, oh, it's so cool. I used to be blah, blah, blah.
Spooky.
I don't know. That was a good story.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Brett.
R.I.P. Brett. I think that I'm very much a scientific person, and I said that in the first episode, and the people that know me who are watching, they know that
You have a medical background.
Yeah, to some degree.
Psychological.
The human mind is a great tool for certain things, but for other things, you can kind of trick yourself. So until I see it in my physical hands, then I'll believe it in a way. Okay, I need you to open this.
Yeah, I'll help you.
So thank you.
Oh, I thought I could do it one-handed.
Yeah, trying to outdo the lesbian here. Thank you.
Just
I can do it. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so I don't necessarily believe in religion. I don't think it's like a crock, but I am like, okay, well, if I can't see this dude, what the hell is he doing? Because he's apparently not doing shit for me.
I think of it as more of a coping mechanism of, like, trying to answer questions that we will probably never have, like, a tangible answer to, which is, like, if that is comforting to you, then go for it. But I feel like if you trace back to, like, history, like, early on, it was more of a form of like law, like a set of rules for behavior for people. And I feel like if you know how to carry yourself as a good person, you don't necessarily need that. Like, I don't need the threat of eternal damnation to be a good person.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
motivated to be a good person because I don't want to suck.
Exactly.
You know, like...
I agree. I feel like it's just something...
But, like, if religion is, like, comforting to you, then, like, go for it.
No hate.
I just don't personally have any spiritual needs.
Right.
I'm perfectly content.
Yeah, I'm like, well, until, like, I'm very much a history nerd as well, so I'm like, oh, cool, that'd be so cool to, like, actually figure it out, you know? But I think, so I have gone to see a psychic before, which was pretty interesting.
Tell me about it. Oh my god.
So
Can you tell me while I take my pumpkin?
Yeah, so I'm waiting to figure out what else to do with mine. So yeah, I went to go see a psychic in 2015, 2016, something like that. And,
why don't we have black?
it's right here. Sorry, I was hiding it. So I went with my mom. It was like our mother-daughter thing. We had always wanted to go to,
Lilydale,
yeah, Lilydale. Super cute area. And she was like, well, so being in the world of psychology, you can read people by their micro muscles in their face. So that's, to some degree, people think that psychics use those cues, and the way you're, like, you could have a micro muscle move in your face about something, and they'll be able to pick up on it because they know where those muscles are in the face. So by learning that, you can kind of read people a little bit more than if they're just a blank expression from, like, me looking at you. So
I want to learn about micro expressions.
yeah, so that is something that she told me to look out for, like, you know, don't give any specific information. Don't be like, oh my god, yeah, oh my god, this, yeah. Just be like, oh, okay. Just be, like, very neutral. Don't give them any other information. And some of the stuff was, like, kind of valid, but it's stuff that's like, oh, did you have a grandfather? And I'm like, yeah, no shit, I got 2 of them.
Everyone is entitled to...
Exactly. So, like, some things it's like, most people are like, oh, like, is there an heirloom in the family? Stuff like that is like
most people have.
Exactly.
Heirlooms.
Unless it's something very, very specific.
Yeah, give me details or I'm calling bullshit.
I thought you were talking to me. I was gonna be like, oh
no,
my god.
in general about
Yeah.
psychics. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If they give me specific details to something, I will be like something that they wouldn't have known.
Exactly. That's the whole point. They should be able, if they are, I don't want to say real in a sense, but like true to their craft, they would be able to know things that, you know, you wouldn't have to tell them in a way, or you wouldn't previously give allusions to the answer in a way. So I had the only good thing that happened that I truly do believe in was the entire day I was on my menstrual cycle, just starting, super, super bad cramps, like almost doubled over in pain. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it throughout the whole day. And we went at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And we were going to be there till like 4 o'clock in the evening. So I took some Advil and I was like, well, what do I do, Mom? And she's like, well, whatever house you feel drawn to. And like all the houses are like different colors and different styles and different like personalities, and certain people like specialize in different things.
Different vibe.
Yeah, exactly. So she's like, whichever one you feel drawn to. And I was like, okay. And there was like this greenish house, like an emerald green, like kind of the color of her skirt. So I was like, oh, I kind of like...
Mine was like green screen green.
It was like an emeraldy color.
We could use it as a green screen.
I guess so, maybe. Green screen, thoughts, comments?
Dual purpose.
Yeah, so I went in and this woman had like amethyst stones everywhere. Like the whole room was full of them. Like 6 foot 2 inches.
That's my birthstone.
Yeah, so many of them. And I went in there and I was cramping really, 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 really bad. And it could have been that I was just distracted and thinking about something else and it kind of naturally went away, or the Aleve or Advil kicked in. But when I walked out of there, I had no cramps the rest of the day. So I don't really remember too much that was accurate about mine.
Do you remember anything like period at all?
Yeah.
No fun.
She was saying how some of the stuff was like not accurate, like, oh, you're gonna like find your significant other at school, because I was in college at the time, I just started, and you'll meet them in like the summer and like doing activities, like that kind of thing, and never happened. And then she was like, well, there's a book called Secrets of Attraction, which I did get 4 or 5 years after I went, and it actually was a really good book. Some of the things are a little bit woo-woo for me, however, it was good overall. So I'd recommend, if you're in your 20s trying to dating someone, whether you're in a relationship or not, just pick it up, read it, see what you can grab from it. It's not a huge deal. And then the weird part was when my mom went. So she went a while ago, like maybe when I was like 10, to, I don't know if it was Lilydale or somewhere else, I can't remember. But this time when we went together, she picked like a little brown house like later on in the afternoon after we had lunch and walked around. She wasn't really feeling it. And she went inside, I was waiting for her outside, and she came out and she was crying, or had I think she had tears in her eyes or something, or she was like visibly
upset.
In a way, yeah. Mom, correct me if I'm wrong. But something like that.
Eileen.
Hi, Mom. Love you. I couldn't remember specifically what it was, or she was like very off, not in a bad way, but like miffed, I guess is the right word. And we were talking about her session on the way home, and she was saying how that the psychic said, oh, I'm not receiving anything from anyone, it's going through you to me. So as if my mom was quote unquote the person in the room. So she was like, I'm getting secondhand information from it instead of firsthand information. And she was saying something about like, oh, you have like an Indian garden angel or something like that, to that effect.
Indian, like Native American?
Yes.
Oh, my mom got that bullshit too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a spirit guide or something. It's like,
yeah.
Can we not appropriate cultures
yes.
while making shit up?
Agreed. But she was saying something how like her, like that was there, but I think that was also a crock. But she was also saying how, I can't remember what specifically it was. It was so long ago, so forgive me for the lack of details. But she said something to the effect of, like, your dad is, like, watching over you, which is very common. However, she didn't give her any information about my grandfather at all.
Mm-hmm.
No information, no name, whether he was alive or deceased or anything like that. And she was like, okay, like that kind of makes sense. And I want to say I forgot the rest, but it was something like kind of about him that my mom didn't say, but it kind of like spooked her a little bit. I can't specifically remember. I should have asked her before the episode, but I didn't know this was going to come up. She's in bed right now. She goes to bed at like 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. I forget other people have to get up early.
Yeah. But,
I have a very sporadic schedule.
yes. But I will say, Mom, we can cut this if you'd like. Not a big deal. We can edit it. However, she used to have dreams a lot. I think I told you this, where if she dreams, it's usually about someone dying and it comes true. Like within 6 months to a year. So she had to like train herself not to dream.
Did she do a letter card?
No.
Okay.
No. It was like people that she knew more in like our family.
Okay.
But she hasn't had one of those in years.
Good.
Years and years. So she like trained herself not to, so that way so she doesn't have to like kind of have that in the back of her mind, like knowing that that might be coming in a way. Did that count as my story?
I think so.
Okay. You can either go off on a tangent on your own, similar of spookiness, or I guess we can go to Reddit. We can kind of do a mix, I guess.
I don't have a tangent of my own. Let's go to Reddit.
Oh, I do have one story. Should I save it for my next turn?
No, tell me.
Okay, I think I'm pretty sure I told you about this. So, hang on. The alcohol's kicking in. I probably shouldn't take another sip, but I'm going to.
Was it in relation to your granddad?
No.
Oh.
This was like recent, like probably November of last year.
Oh.
Alright. So, I was on the phone with a friend of mine at like, I don't know, midnight, 1 o'clock, in around November-ish.
Mm-hmm.
November, December, somewhere around there. It was before I broke up with Mike.
Mm.
And I was on the phone with this person, and...
Mike is the shitbag ex, by the way.
Oh, shit.
We can bleep his name.
Okay, good.
We're already going to be bleeping stuff in the previous episode.
Okay, good. So, it was before I broke up with Mike, and I was on the phone with this person till like about midnight, 1 a.m. I got off the phone call and went to sleep. Now, please cut that. Now, when I went to sleep, I was having a dream that I was still on the phone with that person, but in the same spot, but I was looking at myself. And then, I kind of like, I guess, went back into my body in a way where it's like, instead of looking at myself from like an aerial view, it was like I was actually doing it. So I was on the phone with them talking about something, and then I hear drilling. So at the time, I live in an apartment complex. The outside walls are brick, but the inside is like obviously drywall and all that shit.
That is drywall, you heard.
Yeah, so
it's required for apartments, I think.
Yeah, so my bed was against, the head of my bed was against the wall like this, and it's the external wall of my bedroom. So, like, if I touch that wall in the wintertime, it's pretty much ice cold. So, in my dream, I heard drilling. So, I'm, like, on the phone, and I'm like, hey, I don't know what's going on. Like, I think the maintenance men are outside my bedroom, like, on the other side of the wall. And he's like, what? What are you talking about? So then I'm like, I don't know. And then I heard, like, the drilling get, like, closer and then stop. So I feel on the wall behind my head, and I felt a drill bit.
Ugh.
It gets worse.
Oh my god.
So then, mind you, I'm living alone. So
With a cat?
With a cat,
Do
yes.
not disrespect the cat.
Yes, so I feel behind me, I feel the drill bit. And what does any natural person do when the drill bit goes away and there's a hole? You'll look through it. So I peek through it like this with one eyeball, like you're looking through a peephole, because it's about the same size, maybe a tad bigger. And I see an eyeball looking back the same at me.
Ugh.
It was a hazel eye, and then as soon as it saw me, it like backed up, so I could see a full frame almost. And it was a Caucasian male with pale skin and like dark brown hair, but his eyes were like, you know how when people talk about like serial killers, their eyes are like dead and cold?
Yeah.
It's a very specific feeling. That's what I saw in this guy's eye. So I was like, okay, mind you, this is in my dream still. So then He sees me, not a single word, not a single motion other than a revolver to his head.
Oh my god.
And I backed away, and I heard it, but I didn't see it. And then I woke up.
Have you ever seen anyone that looks like that person?
No.
Because you heard the fact of like your brain can't make up faces. Like it's gotta be like something that you've just randomly stored.
I don't know if it was. I've watched a lot of Law and Order. It could have been someone in a show that I watched.
Just a random person that you came across that your brain just filed under creepy and then you forgot about them.
Exactly. Yeah. It didn't. The only thing specifically that I remember was the hair and the eyes. I don't really remember everything else about the facial feature, but it woke me up, and I think and this was probably about. So I got off the phone with my friend at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. I fell asleep for about 45 minutes to an hour, and I woke up around like 2:33. And I was up until 6 o'clock. I slept for an hour and a half, and then I went to work the next day. I could not sleep. I was literally like, I don't know what to do. And I packed up everything in my room, came and slept on the couch because I was not fucking with it. I was alone in the middle of the freaking night at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh gosh. Have you ever had any other experiences like that here?
No, I think it was just at the time I was meddling, breaking up with my boyfriend. I was very frustrated. I was going back and forth with a few things. Like meddling, like...
Contemplating?
Yeah, in a way.
Meddling is like getting in between something that you're not a part of.
Yeah, okay. Change that. Not meddling.
Yeah.
Sorry. It sounded good. But yeah, like contemplating breaking up with him, what I was feeling at the time. I was talking to this friend who was from my past, and this person was also not really that good for me, so I think that also kind of triggered that in a way. So in a way I do believe that dreams do tell you something. However, not every dream means something, not every piece of a dream means something. Sometimes it's just there, and you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't particularly believe that dreams have a meaning. Mm-hmm. I think it's just random things that have been floating around in your brain for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. It depends.
Mine are so random.
Yeah, like I remember a good portion of mine though.
That was very detailed.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mostly just have like stress dreams where I just like trying to do something very basic and just can't do it.
Oh.
Anxiety dreams.
Yeah, I've had those too.
Okay, it's your turn to paint.
Okay, you pick a story now.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you have any saved?
Go back to here. And then go to profile. And then saved. And then you can just scroll down. You may have to go down.
Can I read the thirst trap?
The video?
I'm kidding.
Oh my god, I damn near died. Listeners, there is a very spicy Reddit thirst trap that I am thoroughly enjoying.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Is it this one?
Yes. We'll put, I guess we can put the clip up there? I don't know. We'll see if we can. If not, you're just gonna have to deal with it. But
Definitely have to take it. She's very androgynous looking.
I like androgyny. This
that is a stunning human being.
Fucking facts, right? Like, I wish my arms looked half as good as that. Okay, sorry. Back to movie shit. Sorry, we got distracted by the thirst.
Though.
I'm a arms girly. Listen, if you're gay and you're a masked lesbian, you know what you got. You know. Okay, back to painting. So sorry. Sorry, one. What?
A mosquito ambushed me mid-tampon change. Now that's a horror story.
Very true. What did you do with the... Okay, this one.
Well, that's right, because they like blood. Yeah. Okay, I am going to read this one out because genuinely this sounds horrifying. About 20 minutes ago, I walked into my washroom needing to change my tampon as one does. I noticed a mosquito in the corner but didn't think much of it, and so I proceeded to go change my tampon, which I guess must have alerted the mosquito to make a beeline for my open legs. I, of course, freaked out and tried to cover myself, and then I couldn't see where the mosquito went, so for a good few seconds I thought I had trapped it in the goods, but thankfully I had not.
Oh my god, you're talking so fucking fast. Holy shit.
I then noticed it fly back in the same corner, but I hadn't finished putting it in my new tampon. Hell, I hadn't even wiped at it. Horrifying experience. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend to a friend. Now that's gonna give me nightmares.
Agreed. I love how I'm speaking to the mic in the fucking couch. I almost ate the fucking pumpkin though. Okay.
Listen, I don't get creeped out by a lot of things, but
Can I add accessories
that was
to my bed?
viscerally disgusting. Yeah, you can have accessories.
Okay.
Do whatever you want with it, and then we'll compare.
Okay.
It's just the base prompt of that.
Okay. Continue.
Oh, here's a dream one.
Ooh.
It says tunnel ?
Oh shit. Here we go.
Hi everyone, I want to talk about this out-of-body experience I had. So I was asleep and I had a dream that my body jolted out of my body and traveled at lightning speed. Then I went into this tunnel. This person needs to know what punctuation is.
Hey, we're not grammar Nazis out here today.
I am!
It's ready. What do you
am.
expect? They're just trying to get the information out. I know.
I have a very strong radar for right, wrong, incorrect, that sort of thing. Anyways, my body jolted out of my body and then traveled at lightning speed. Then I went into this tunnel. It was like a wormhole with stars all around. I started praying because I was really scared and was very conscious. Then I heard a man's voice. He sounded like a teacher, the best way I could describe it. He gave me the number 1822 seconds, which I could not understand. Has anyone else experienced a dream like this? Okay, that was lame. It's nonsensical. It's a shocking experience. This is a true story. My husband and I were door dashing one night around 2:50 a.m. Wow, someone's stoned.
Okay, door dashing anywhere after 2 a.m. is witching hour. Please don't go.
You need to tell your experiences with that.
I already did.
On the pod though?
episode. Yeah, the last episode.
With DoorDash?
Oh no, not door dashing. Just being out.
Ate your taco?
Whoever delivered my Taco Bell, I hate you. You stole my fucking Doritos Locos Tacos, and I'm still vexed.
Doritos?
Yes, bitch.
That changes everything.
Yes, they were like $4 fucking.
Oh.
And I'm hungry. Okay, don't fuck with my tacos. But yeah, I mean, I don't like to Uber past 2 a.m. because it's either cops, Uber drivers, and criminals. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to mess with it. But continue. Sorry.
We got an order that took us out to the middle of nowhere. The pin on the maps showed us the address. Led us to the middle of a crossroad. To the left and right of us was nothing but abandoned service roads, fields for miles, and electrical towers. There was not a single person or house in sight. We were confused, so we called the person whose order was for, and it went to voicemail. In the guy's voicemail was the sound of air raid sirens, and the guy screaming, "Help me, help me."
I told you.
Alyssa just got the shit scared out of her.
Yeah, so
Because my camera clicked when it shut off.
okay, I'm telling you, a leaf blows and I get spooked.
Heard that sound 10,000 times in the last week.
Yeah, but we're reading a spooky story and I wasn't
Just
expecting
for context, my camera is a little bit old and it will shut off after 15 minutes of video, which is why you get the weird technical difficulties once in a while.
it. So I just
But
put paint on my boobs.
I can see it. It looks like you scratched yourself.
Yeah,
It's red, so it looks like blood.
Fuck it. Hey.
Anyway.
Sorry, I'm gonna put this away. My bad.
Just screamed into my microphone. I'm so sorry, Joe.
We love you, Joe. Thank you. You're the best. Lily? No. Lily!
Oh, she can play with that.
Okay.
She's on my skirt.
I'll take a picture.
I did the rip, so that's all I needed. Okay, we're talking about the voicemail. The voicemail, yeah. In the guy's voicemail was the sound of air raid sirens. I feel like I need to start over from the top, because this is so chaotic.
Okay.
This is a true story. My husband and I were door dashing one night around 2:50 a.m. We got an order that took us out into the middle of nowhere. The pin on the map showed us the address, led us to the middle of a crossroad. To the left and right of us was nothing but abandoned service roads, fields for miles, and electrical towers. There was not a single person or house in sight. We were confused, so we called the person whose order it was, and it went to voicemail. In the guy's voicemail was the sound of air raid sirens and the guy screaming, "Help me, help me. There's a tornado. We're going to die. Save me, please." Etc. The man screaming more frantically as the voicemail goes on. There didn't seem to be an end to it either, so I hung up. That's cold.
I mean,
It's
if
so
food
long.
is on the line, but yeah, that is a little weird.
I looked at my husband for a minute in complete shock. We call again. It's now 3 a.m. The dial tone that you hear when you're waiting for someone to pick up was different. It changed and made a screeching sound as it went on. My husband and I noticed that the street lights were off around us. At the exact moment, we both got the feeling of death shiver down our spines at the same time. So we left and went home and didn't go back out. When we got home, I got an unknown call on my phone. I didn't answer it, but I felt like it was linked to what happened earlier that night. Bro, I think someone was trying to sacrifice us at 3 a.m.
Lily! Hey! Technical difficulties.
It's not technical difficulties, it's cat difficulties.
I need weapons.
Weapons, wow. She
These
looks at
are
me and
for
she
the
says,
cat.
"I need weapons." Okay.
Sorry. I throw them at Lily to scare her so she runs away from being a bad girl. She's a good girl, but sometimes she's a bad girl.
Bro, I think someone was trying to sacrifice us at 3 a.m. in a crossroad. I don't know. But seriously, it felt like we crossed into another dimension that night. As soon as we got away from the crossroad, the feeling of death left. End of story. I just wanted to finish it.
I whacked her in the head.
What?
I whacked her in the head with the pumpkin.
Aw. It's like a stuffed pumpkin. It weighs like nothing. The cat is fine. She's just confused as to why her mother is screaming.
I'm so sorry. Okay, can you repeat the last line? Before the second throw?
I was fighting for my life to finish that story.
I know. I was really trying. I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Bro, I think someone was trying to sacrifice us at 3 a.m. in a crossroad. I don't really get that from the beginning of the story. Like, I don't know. Anyways, it says, seriously felt like we crossed into another dimension that night. As soon as we got away from the crossroad, the feeling of death left. That is bizarre. I don't get sacrificed from that. I get, like, ghost, maybe. Maybe a ghost had the munchies, I don't know.
The ghost got high. Let me explain something. I grew
I'm gonna start painting.
grew up in the South Towns, which is kind of like a little bit rural in a way.
Doxing.
Huh? Sorry.
Doxing.
Sorry.
Just say like rural.
Rural-ish area. My high school was very small, and you had the blue-collar kids, you had the kids that played basketball, wore Nike shorts, and then you also had the kids that were just like regularly normal. And then, like, on those, like, dark in the city is not the same as dark in the country. when you're on a dark road with no street lights,
Yeah, it's like
no
a
sidewalks, barely any lines, there's a ditch on either side of you. I'm not trying to look on either side because I don't know what I'm going to see. And Lily!
You just like took out my
I'm
eardrums.
sorry. I'm so sorry. This cat is going to drive me fucking nuts right now. Please hold.
Lily woke up today and chose violence.
Lily likes to have me just shenanigans.
Shenanigans. This episode is going to be so edit heavy. I am so sorry.
So sorry. Okay. She was trying to eat the skirt that Heather made. Beautiful skirt that
If we could call it a skirt.
Fabric.
I didn't even sew it. I
Okay.
taped the fabric.
Well, there was like little strings and then Lily's sitting there.
Yeah, the end was fraying.
Yeah. So she's trying to eat that continuously. I'll throw something at her, she'll look at me and stop for 2 seconds and then continue on. So I had to go in mom mode.
She needed to
Terribly sorry.
remove the distraction.
Yes, exactly. Because then I would just stare at her the whole time. But yeah, so country road is completely different than city dark, or country dark is different than city dark. I'm not trying to mess with it. I'm a scaredy cat. I don't know what I'm gonna see out there, and I don't plan to see it anyway. So, yeah, I will Uber sometimes in the dark out in the wilderness, but I'm not staying very long. I'm dropping off my passenger, I'm turning off, and I'm coming straight back home because I'm trying to get out. So, I don't know, this is a crazy one. I don't want to say it's like, honestly, it could have been like, I feel like I need more information. I definitely need more information.
I agree. I mean, that was probably like the extent, and they don't even understand what happened to them. If this is a real story, they say it's true.
I think I need
Everything
more,
you see online, I take with a grain of salt. But
yeah, I feel like I would need more information in terms of like, was it the same area code phone number as the person who wrote the story? I know sometimes with Uber it'll come through their system on my end as like a 315. Whoops, sorry, cut that. It'll come through as like an out of area number, but it's like the Uber number that like does it for everybody. So I don't know if it was the same number, if they were able to see it, or same area code, if they were able to see it. What was their surroundings? Like, it didn't sound like they were at a house.
so they were at the crossroads in the middle of nowhere. I understand if you got like distracted mid story.
I did, well, no, yes and no, but like little details like that, it's like, okay,
They're in the
but
middle
like,
of nowhere.
yeah, you can be in the middle of nowhere,
To the left
but
and
like,
the right of us was nothing but abandoned service roads, fields for miles, and electrical towers. There's not a single person or house in sight.
oh, okay, gotcha. I did miss that part, my bad. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Your turn to read one.
Okay, let me go. Let's see what we got. Okay, I don't have any more saves, so I'm just
What about
gonna...
one of the long ones that I clicked on?
Those are from No Slash, or No Sleep,
Yeah.
so I don't know if I want to do those. But I can if you'd like.
Well, we can just ask for permission.
Okay, we'll do one. I don't know. No, I don't want to. I'm sorry. I changed my mind.
Alright, go out into the wild and find one on your own.
Okay, I will. Aww!
I forgot my cord is very short. Are we still connected?
Yeah,
Okay.
should be. Just do a mic test, 1, 2. We done broke it. Is it turned on?
It's kind of just like, oh, it might have just hit the power button.
You might have to hold it down.
I like how I was holding the mic to my face as though I wasn't fully aware of the fact that the audio board was off. Are we still rolling on audio?
I think we should be.
Double check. Please.
Yes, 54 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay,
so we're good.
we've been recording for an hour now.
Well, if you think about how many fucking distractions we've had.
Wow.
Okay.
It feels like we've been sat down for like 10 minutes.
I know.
I will say the stories that tend to creep me out, like actually creep me out, are the ones about so it's a supernatural creature that is in like Native American folklore, and you're not supposed to say the name of it.
Yes, I do know this. This.
The synonym term for it is flesh pedestrian.
I did not know
where
that.
Lily! The beings that will like mimic human beings, but they can't do it perfectly, and they've got some freaky supernatural powers.
Let me go feed
Like,
her. I'll be right back.
Those creep me the fuck out. Okay, it's your turn to actually read a story.
I know.
I'm just recapping because it's been like an hour since we were rolling.
Yes. Hang on.
I'm kidding. It's been like 10 minutes.
What? Hang on.
What?
What's happening? Leave it alone. Refresh. Okay, there we go. Alright. So I'm going to read from r/paranormal, presence in our house, keeping a watch over us. Alright, so it is a little bit on the medium side. Alright?
In length.
Yes, in length.
Just by the title, it feels like it could go in a creepy direction or in like a nice protective direction. But we'll see.
We'll see. It says unexplained, so
Yeah.
we'll find out. Alright, we live in the UK in a house roughly 100 years of age. We'd been in the house a couple of years when we were visited by my aunt, who brought a friend with her. The friend Cindy, that's a weird way to spell Cindy, Sindy, was known for
Oh my god, I hate that so much.
was known for her psychic ability. I don't really believe in that, but was happy to be entertained by her stories. She told us that we had a presence in the house, a woman called Mary. Typical Marys. She
I
even
don't cover her name Mary, she's nice.
She even told us what she looked like. Mary had once lived in the house, and she still felt it was hers. Pretty valid. I would feel the same way.
The footsteps that you may or may not be hearing is Mary.
Don't scare me like
I'm
that.
joking.
Don't scare me like that. Don't scare me like that. I have to live
I'm not
here by
trying to
myself.
scare you, I'm trying to make a stupid joke for the camera.
I know. Okay. Mary, please don't scare me.
It's a joke about being in an apartment.
I know. Well, this is a house. They said house.
I know. We are.
Okay.
Like the noises in the background.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, moving on here.
They don't always land.
Especially not with me sometimes. I owned a very nice wristwatch for several years. It had an analog face, but also a small digital panel for setting alarms, stopwatch, and timer. Anyway, a year or two after we'd been told about Mary living in our house, my watch goes missing. It had been gone for weeks, and I had looked all over the house. It was Sunday afternoon. I was in the bedroom, fed up with the search, and I said aloud, "Mary, can you please find my watch?" I would do the same thing. Next morning, just before our radio alarm went off at 6:30, my husband lifted his head and said, "I can hear your watch alarm," but then so could I. We followed the sound to a drawer and found the watch beeping away in the pocket of a pair of shorts. I'm getting chills right
Mary's
now.
chill.
I'm getting chills right now.
Mary's chill, I like her.
Obviously, I put the shorts away at the end of a warm day, and overnight the weather broke, taking us into autumn, and shorts were no longer appropriate. I immediately examined the watch as I couldn't believe it had been going off unheard every day from our bed, or feet from our bed. I was right. Not only was the alarm function not set, if it had been set, it would have beeped at 3 p.m., the last occasion it had been used. However, you look at this, there is absolutely no rational explanation. It had been about 15 years now. I've told many people about it, and no one can offer any other reason than a supernatural one. There have been a couple of other incidents in the house, nothing as extraordinary, but we just put it down to Mary looking out for us. Incidentally, I mislaid the watch again a few years later, but all my pleas have gone unanswered.
Aww.
I must assume it is not inside the house anymore.
Oh,
I have goosebumps.
I'm sad now. Like, come on, Mary. Come back. Help them.
Come back. Can I read another one?
Yeah, if I ever have to deal with a ghost, I want it to be like very, like, I want just a nice chill one.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's possible to be a ghost, I definitely will be a ghost someday. Just for chaos reasons.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to go to sleep.
I just
Leave me alone.
I just want to give people a little spook.
No.
I just want to be like...
No, I'm not
I just
interested
want to
in
mess with
that.
them for shits and giggles. I don't want to, like, scare the shit out of them, but, like...
Inherently,
mess
you're
around
going to
with them.
scare the shit out of them. Inherently.
Also, I definitely want to, like, hang it over people's heads of, like, if you don't follow my specific wishes, I will make sure you don't forget it. Because I'm very picky.
Fair.
And I have definitely put thought into, like, what I want when I die.
Okay. Are we ready to move
Yeah,
on?
that was a tangent.
Okay, tangent completed. Alright. This one we kind of have a little bit of some experience with. It's called Apparitions, Dreams of Someone Who Passed That Day. Please share your stories. These types of ones give me a special warmth in my heart. I'm 18 female. Oh, okay. I didn't read this one all the way. The night that my grandma passed away, I saw her in my dream. She used to do that thing all grandparents did, where she would stand at the door and do the cute old woman wave until we couldn't see her anymore. In my dream, she stood in my doorway and was doing the same wave she always did to me with a smile on her face. It was so refreshing because she was dying from a heartbreak along with stomach cancer.
That's dark.
She hadn't spoken for a week, and the last word she said to me was she told me she loves me. Seeing her smile and seeing her happy, even if it was in a dream and wasn't in person, gives me so much peace and comfort after seeing what she went through. I knew what had happened the second I woke up. I rang my mum, and asked if my grandma was doing okay. She had passed that night. My grief journey was easy with her than with anyone else I had lost in life, even though she was the most important to me because I knew she was safe and with my grandpa again. That one was so sweet.
That just makes me think of, like, I want our grandma to visit us. Or Sammy.
You can talk
I've
about...
had dreams with Sammy in it.
You can talk about that and what happened today.
I had a dream with Sammy in it and Mina, like the kitten that I have now.
Both of them?
Yes. They were physically in the same location and I was, like, introducing them. And we had to, like, get out of there for some reason. And I was, like, very concerned about Sammy and completely forgot about Mina. So I felt horrible waking up after that. I'm like,
Poor
am
Mina.
so sorry.
Yeah, let me just take over the dead cat real quick.
I love Mina. However, I've not had the 20 years of bonding with her that I did with Sammy. So
Fair.
Sammy was, like, the best friend that I'll ever have, and we're just not that tight yet. Mina's still growing, so.
Fair. Do you want to talk about what happened today?
Yeah, this one, I don't think it was really, like, supernatural, but it's just, like,
Something nice.
I attributed it to our grandma, but it could easily have been just weather, because that's what was happening. I'm going to back this up a little bit. When our grandmother was in the hospital, one of the times we went to visit her, there was, like, a rainbow outside the window.
Mm-hmm.
And, actually, I think it was that was the one bizarre day where I went with my mother and our dad, our granddad, and our dad's girlfriend were there too.
That was
They
okay.
met for the first time, like my mother and my dad's girlfriend.
Wait. That was the day
Yeah.
that I thought I was getting the job offer in
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah.
And then today I got let go.
Interesting.
Coincidence? Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, there was a rainbow outside her window, and I was like, oh, that's so nice, and thinking like an idiot that like, oh, maybe something will be okay, cause rainbow, but no, she still died anyway. That's the fact.
No, she still died anyway. Very specific.
You can't magically wish away brain damage, but it's okay.
Yes. Just the way you said that was very abrupt, and I was not expecting that. Sorry, go ahead.
Today I went to go pick up our dinner, and it was in one direction there was like dark clouds, like it was about to rain, and then in another direction it was like sunny, and like I was like looking like straight, like to my left was the sunny, to the right was the cloudy, and then like straight ahead was kind of like this weird borderline, and there was a rainbow and like the full arc, like I could see the full arc.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, nice, like grandma's saying hi, just like thinking about that, like in the hospital. And then when I got to her place, I got out and I was like walking to the door,
Mm-hmm.
and I stopped and I saw the fucking rainbow again. And I looked, and sure enough, I could see both ends of it.
Does that mean something? Both
I have
both
no
ends?
idea.
Oh, I didn't know if you knew.
I don't know. Like, it was literally just the weather, but I walked in the house and I'm just like, Grandma's following me.
I know. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No,
Like,
you were busy laughing at the cat. I walk in and she was like screaming with laughter at something the cat did.
Yeah. So, side note: Lily loves Heather. She absolutely loves.
She
Heather.
doesn't show it to me, but I'm told that she gets excited whenever she sees me.
Yeah, so I told her, I was like, Aunt Heather's coming, and then she got all excited by the door, and she can see in the sliding glass door
window,
who's
yeah.
coming. So she saw her, and I was like, she's coming in, she's coming in. Got her all excited, and then I picked her up, and she's like, meow, 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 meow. So excited. And then she, like, jumped out of my hand and, like, stepped on me. But, yeah, I thought that was kind of a cute one.
I also kind of took that as a sign of, like, this is what we should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, she's, like, excited for us.
Yeah.
And that made me a little sad.
Yeah, I also had a very similar experience today, too.
There's something in the water today.
Yeah, for those who don't know, this week I accepted a new job offer literally within a few days, and I put in my notice, and my current employer was like, why don't you just head out? And I was like, alright, cool. Paid, of
How
course.
did you get so lucky? They were just like, yeah, we know I put your 2 weeks in, but like,
You can just
we don't need
take
you
time
anymore,
off,
but we'll
yeah.
pay you anyway. Like, who does that?
I don't know.
I'm
but
so jealous.
I
You don't have to do anything for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You don't make money.
Exactly. So the whole caveat was like the entirety of this year had gone to shit, and then it seemed like since Grandma passed, things have been looking up consistently. So I'm like, okay. And that's why I brought that up, where I was like, oh, that was the same day that I thought I was getting a job offer from a different company.
And then that didn't pan out.
And I was so excited. But they called me the day that she died.
Really? What did they
Yeah.
say?
They said that they didn't have anything because it was too far out and I was wanting to relocate. It was like the day, or no, it was the day that we put her in hospice. That's what it was. So like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was very strange. But as I was driving home earlier today, I was like, oh damn, like, you know, I should call Grandma and like tell her like the good news. And then I'm like, no, I think she knows. I think like maybe she knows.
Her cell phone don't ring no more.
Yeah, but I mean, it was kind of like in my head, kind of like how you attributed the rainbows to her. I was like, oh well, maybe she had a hand in like making some good luck happen.
You did see the rainbow today.
I I did.
The second rainbow that I saw.
I did. I was very happy. I ran to the window. My little gay butt. All right, back to spookies. Let's go,
Yeah,
Heather.
let's get off of the sad stuff. Okay, it's my turn to read?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm done painting, by the way.
I am too.
I don't know
I think
if I
we
like
should do the reveal at the end.
Okay.
And then, like,
I'll try-
film it close
Ooh,
up.
that's an ugly butt pic. Okay. Sorry, guys. But go ahead.
See part of yours.
Oh, shit.
Oh, here's one that speaks to me. Yeah, it's short. Okay.
I knew it was a kid.
I think I may have seen either a flesh pedestrian or the Grim Reaper. So basically, I was driving home late at night. It was 2 in the morning. I was a little over an hour away from home. It was raining like crazy, and I drove up on a spot where construction was being done. There was one of those road work ahead signs about 20 feet in front of me, and it looked like a piece of black paper or a robe was swinging up and down. I think they meant to say swinging.
Wait, repeat that again?
So it looked like a piece of black paper or a robe was swinging up and down.
Of what? Wait, let me read
Black
it.
paper or robe. I thought, oh, something must have broken off. I wonder what it is. As I got closer, whatever it was just disappeared. Nothing was there. I know it was real because it cast a fucking shadow on the sign. It looked as if an arm was going up and down. If it wasn't supernatural, my only explanation is that a buck, we have whitetails in the area, managed to get a piece of clothing on its massive horns and was scraping on the sign. I wasn't smoking nothing. I wasn't drinking anything. Wasn't even tired and I had my high beams on. But my first thought was Grim Reaper and that I was going to die. Thankfully I didn't. I'm very glad that OP did not die.
Yes. Grateful.
That is bizarre. I don't necessarily know if it was Grim Reaper or a flesh pedestrian. It could have just been a regular old spooky ghost. Yeah. Shit happens late at night.
That's why you don't go down dark roads at night, my friends.
Yeah. Some of the freakiest stories to me are just the ones where it's like if you saw something, no you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
My best friend is from Appalachia, and it pains me to say it that way, but
I'll
to me it seems like it should be Appalachia, but they pronounce it Appalachia, so
I'll read the next
with respect to her. Oh, I saw the title.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the saying in Appalachia is if you saw something, no you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some spooky shit.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
So the next one is about Appalachia. I'm just gonna call it
Appalachia.
I'm just gonna call it Appa.
Appalachia.
Because I'm kind of tipsy and I don't want to sound it out.
Appalachia.
My ex whistled in the woods of the Appa Mountains.
Appalachia.
And
It's
this.
sounding less awkward now.
Sure.
I got roasted for saying Appalachian.
That's how in my head I say it.
Yeah.
But I don't say it out loud.
But the people who actually live down there say Appalachia, so...
I'm gonna pull a Bailey Sarian and call it Appa. Okay?
She does that?
She's not good with words.
She's a YouTuber.
She's not good with like names or like
She
things
narrates
like
for a living.
Well, she does. It's just like names from like foreign countries that are really difficult to pronounce or something like that, or like difficult city names. She has a difficult time. So, Appa. Restarting this.
Appalachian.
My ex whistled in the woods of the Appa Mountains and this happened. I swear to God.
It's just irritating that part of me that's like...
A
Incorrect,
mountains.
incorrect.
How's A mountains?
worse.
Okay. Fuck it. We're moving on. I went on a hike with my ex this weekend in the Appa Mountains in a national park. When we were in the woods, he made a whistle out of an acorn and blew on it.
What? Aren't they tiny?
Yeah, some of them are kind of like big, like that big.
Okay. Anyway.
You take the top off, I think.
But then it's just a nut without a hat.
I don't know. Whatever. He made a whistle out of an acorn and blew on it. I instantly got so much anxiety because this loud whistle clearly announced our presence to anybody or anything in the woods.
Ooh, bad idea.
And I've lived in the Appa before, and I know about whistling in the woods. I've heard it many times. You don't whistle in the woods, and if you hear whistling, you ignore it.
Interesting.
I didn't know that either. I don't know anything about the Appas. So we get back to the car and go to leave, and as we are driving down this extremely rocky dirt road where you could not move more than 5 miles per hour if you wanted to, I hear the acorn whistle again coming from the driver's seat.
Shit.
My ex was behind the wheel. I'm getting goosebumps. I got annoyed and looked over at him to ask why he would do that loud whistle again in the car. I see both of his hands are on the steering wheel, no acorn in sight. He looks back at me in panic too, and we both start freaking out because at this point, the whistling is coming from both sides of the car.
Yeah, that's a flush pedestrian.
I'm having like chills up my entire spine right now.
Do you need me to take over?
No, I'm good. It sounds the exact same as the whistle he made in the woods, and it's coming from directly outside my window and then moving directly outside his window. So from her window to his window. And even sounding like it was coming from inside the car. It sounded like something was chasing us, mimicking the whistle he made earlier and projecting it on all sides of the car. It was terrifying. We quickly rolled up the windows and I heard the whistle one more time, slightly muted through the car window, but still sounding like it was coming from directly beside me.
My goodness.
Yikes.
Do I just like not get spooked about something?
Me?
Cause like those are the kind of stories that like get me the most, but even that, it's more of like a conceptual thing. Like the stories themselves don't necessarily freak me out. It's just like the unknown of like, if
What
I
it
were to
was.
hear that, I would shit myself.
Yeah. I like those ones where it's like unexplained, but it does freak me out. Like I do enjoy it a little bit, but yeah. Ooh, that one's good.
This one sounds interesting.
Okay. I thought that one was a good one too.
I need to blow my nose first.
Okay.
Don't you fucking laugh. Get it out now.
Can we keep this in?
I'm sick. Leave me alone. This is what she does to me. I'm sick and she's laughing.
My stomach hurts. I'm laughing so hard. Alright, go ahead. With your nose trumpet
Okay.
nose.
I can breathe now. Title: My experience in the Missouri State Penitentiary. Was I losing
It's
my
Missouri.
mind? Missouri.
Missouri.
There's an I at the end.
It's pronounced Missouri.
There's an I at the end.
Missouri people?
Are
Missouri?
Are you doing the Appalachia to me?
It is correctly pronounced Missouri.
It's Missouri. We're moving on.
Sure. Okay, go for it.
Trigger warning: mention of death, vomit, and sexual harassment.
Ooh.
One of these things is not like the others. This happened to me at Missouri State Penitentiary. Well, I totally get like warning people for stuff, but like you have vomit sandwiched in between two very, very serious topics, and that's a little funny to me.
We're not laughing at death or essay.
A fear of vomit is like a legit phobia. Like I don't know,
Yes.
like
We
it's just
recognize.
funny the way it was set up
Yes.
to me.
I wholeheartedly agree. That's why I was like, wait. Okay. Continuing on. Let's go.
This happened to me at the Missouri State Penitentiary in 2017.
Okay.
When I was 16, my class and I took a trip to the Missouri State Penitentiary in Jefferson City, Missouri. Why are the kids screaming?
Mhm. I deal with it all day.
Shut up. This is why I don't want kids.
Alright, I think you're good.
We were traveling as a group from our AP government class, and I was with friends in the old jail. While we were in the old jail, they had us all walk up to the different levels of the building where all the cells were, and they would sound an alarm and have all the cells close and everyone walk down the the first few flights of stairs. However, when I was walking down the stairs, I slowly felt what I thought felt like 5 separate fingers touch my lower back, almost my butt. Equal. My friends were behind me and would go. My friends were behind me and we would go for a round every once in a while and tease each other. So I assumed they were teasing me. Why are they only screaming right in the door in the hallway?
I wish I knew.
I swear on my life, these children only scream like into the hallway right outside of her door.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're flesh pedestrians, they're not actually that close. Because, like, you know the thing of, like, if they sound close, they're actually far away, and if they sound far away, they're actually right fucking there.
I don't know anything about flesh pedestrians. I think we may have to Google
I
some
listen
stuff
to a
later.
lot of spooky stuff, so I'm like, yeah, I've heard a lot of different stories that may or may not be true. We're so off topic.
Moving on.
Anyway, this person was touched, and they think it might be their friends.
Fair.
So I assumed they were teasing me. I turned up to look at them and say, "Hey guys, why did you grab me?" And they were a flight and a half above me. There was no way for them to rush down, grab me, and run all the way back up the stairs without making any noise. My other friend was in front of me, and he raised their hand and said, "I didn't do anything." Obviously, he couldn't reach around, and I, to this day, don't know what grabbed me. In the past, I've experienced getting grabbed inappropriately or catcalled it a few times, not ghosty encounters. I'm so sorry you went through that. And there's been many times where I've had to leave an area or avoid a place due to an experience I've had. This was different. All I know is for the rest of the time it felt like someone was watching me. I kept turning around as if I expected someone to talk to me. I felt uneasy and like I was being followed through the entire trip, and I couldn't sit in the gas chamber chair, which I already did not want to do. As if something was holding me back. There was no way I was going to be able to sit, and eventually I had to leave early before everyone else because I felt like I was going to vomit or fall over. I was so dizzy.
I know.
Me too, honestly. Like, same.
Off the record, my kids would not act like that. They get their ass smacked if they were screaming like that in the fucking hallway. Okay? Not my kids. Let's just pause for them to get their shit out and then continue on.
I have 2 more sentences.
Okay, let's go.
I've tried to explain my situation for years, and I still have no idea what happened that day. All I know is a ghost wanted to be really friendly and obviously did not like that gas chamber. Also, this kind of reminded me of something that didn't happen to me. This was an experience that happened to my mother, but I've heard the story so many times because people in my family, when they have a story happen to them, they will tell it to you a zillion times because we are boring humans.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mansion that's like supposedly haunted. Now we're like Western New York area. It's up north by I think it's like Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Van Horn Mansion. It's a little bit of a drive, but it's a nice place. And it's supposedly haunted. It's like this big mansion, and it's almost set up like a museum where you can like walk through it and like do a tour and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was saying that she was alone in this one room and there were toys there, and she kind of had like the little voice in the back of her head that was like, "Let me just like touch the little toy really quick." And when she touched the thing, she felt like a tap on her shoulder, like, "Don't do that."
And she was like completely alone in the room. I have never had a ghost experience, but I just remember that because she's said it a million times.
Yeah.
She swears by it. I have no reason to believe she was lying.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally have not had an experience myself, so I don't necessarily believe in ghosts. But I don't have a reason to not, so I'm just kind of neutral. I'm like, if something happens, let it happen.
Look at this big chunker.
Hey, Mama.
Big chunker.
I don't know if she'll stay with you.
Do you have anything to say?
No.
She has no comment.
She is spooked.
We're back.
Alright, we are back. We had some Hooligans in the hallway. That's what we're gonna call them. Hooligans in the hallway.
Just kids being kids.
Yeah, I do have a few spooky encounters, but they were from when I was little.
Tell me.
It's
the spooky episode. Tell me.
Yeah.
Tell us.
So my mom's dad was alive. Well, he passed away like 2 or 3 years before I was born, so I never met him. I've also heard the story 1,000 times, so I know it, even though I wasn't technically conscious or remember in some instances, but I'll try to be quick about it. So I never met him, but after I was born, my mom would say that I would sit up in my crib and just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk in the middle of the night to nobody. Absolutely nobody. Just talking to myself. Playing with I think I had like a couple toys in my crib. They were probably like stuffed animals or something, like something soft. But I would just sit straight up, just yammering at the wall for no reason. And then
that's precious.
As I got older and like actually able to talk a little bit more, they always had like a hutch in the dining room, and on it was a picture of my grandpa. It didn't say like grandpa or papa, it was just a picture of him in a gold frame, and it had like a little rose at the bottom. And one day I just walked over to it, and I think my mom was in the dining room, and so was my nana.
Brain?
Yes, his wife, who is still living, was not working.
Shout out Nana.
Yes, shout out Nana. So yes, my grandma and my mom were in the dining room. I walked over and I was like, Papa. And they were like, what did you just say? And I'm like, yeah, that's Papa. And they're like, how do you know who that is? Because they never told me who he was or any pictures or anything like that. And I'm pretty sure I said something to the effect of, oh, he comes and visits me every night.
That's sweet.
Yeah, which I do remember, like, I had a tall, like, 5-drawer dresser in my bedroom, and I had, like, a nightlight, because I'm still scared of the dark. I'm still scared. I have at least one, like, soft light on before I go to bed.
I can verify this.
But he would, like, it wasn't like an actual person size thing. It was more of like a doll size type of thing, where he would just sit on the edge of my dresser on the top and just like kind of swing his leg as if he was sitting like on a wall or something like that.
That's
like
bizarre.
On a brick wall. Yeah, so it would be as if he would be sitting.
He was tiny.
Well, like
that's freaky.
Like that, and like his legs would be over.
Oh
and
my
he'd
goodness.
have his hands like this. So as if he was like gripping it.
Yeah.
But he would sit there and just like look at me, and like I don't think he would talk to me from what I remember, but I would kind of just be like, oh, okay, cool, now I can go to sleep. And like that was him like saying goodnight to me, I think.
Why doesn't Grandma do that to me?
I don't know.
Come on.
And then I had the same bedroom at my grandma's house as my uncle when he was growing up. And my uncle and his grandma were very close. So when she passed, he saw in what was now my room.
Was it the same corner?
No. No.
Sorry.
It was like a green ghost of her.
Ooh,
Like at the end of the bed. And I had the exact same bed and the exact same spot and the exact same room and the exact same mattress and pillows and everything. Everything was the same. And there for a little bit, like maybe 6 months to a year, she would also come in, but she would sit in like my toy box, like with my stuffed animals, like right next to my bed. And it kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Aww.
So I was like,
just say hi.
yeah, I was like, hi, but like, you're freaking me out. Like, I'm cool with him, but like not with you. I'm so sorry. I don't know who you are. Like, I know who you are, but like, Hi, please leave.
If any of my great grandparents did that, I would be like, just like, oh my god, hi, and like talk to them, and like I would be excited about that. But I know you were alive in grade then.
Yeah, it was maybe like 4th or 5th grade.
Yeah.
It stopped probably around like 4th or 5th grade.
Yeah.
But it started when I was, I don't know, maybe 3. Like as long as I can remember, I believe. So yeah, that's the only type of like encounter that I've had.
I was thinking earlier about this one weird thing that my mom told me that when I was little that I have no memory of. It's not like paranormal or anything, but it was just kind of funny. It freaked people out at the time. So being a toddler and like talking and just kind of like,
I think Dad told me the story.
it's gonna happen.
Yep.
Yeah. I just like was like out in the grocery store one time, just like chilling in the shopping cart, and I just scream out like, it's gonna happen. And of course this was like not long after 9/11, because that's when I was a toddler. So like my parents were like, this is super awkward.
That's
like, we swear our child is not a sociopath. It's It's just weird.
That is a little odd.
I think it was funny as hell.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only the spooky story I've had, so. But yeah.
Now you get to read one.
Okay.
We each get to read one more.
Alright.
And then we're going to compare our pumpkins and wrap it up, because we've been recording for a long time.
Yes. Okay. Alright. Okay. This one is scared and confused. FYI, not safe for work in extreme language. I am...
When I see the banners like that, I'm like, yes, give me all the shit.
Okay. I am literally beyond fucking scared. I don't know what I'm aiming to achieve by posting here, but I know that I need some help. Some advice. Literally anything. My friends think I'm crazy. My mother thinks my mental health is spiraling, when in reality I've never had any problems with my mental health. Quick background story. I'm a 26 female, moved to US to be an au pair, which is kind of like a live-in nanny. A live-in nanny. I've been here for over a year now and had no problems. Moved into a new family now. They have a great family. Been here for 2 months already. Their house was built in 1957. Okay, so this started about a month ago. September 15th is when this all really kicked off, and now essentially every night since then I wake up about 3:30 almost every night and can hear pounding. Old house, maybe old pipes, but on September 15th someone literally screamed, "Wake up," and I woke up at 3:30. The screaming wake up thing has happened twice more since then. I shut my closet door at night, it's a sliding closet, and in the morning it's open. I have a vanity mirror that you press to turn the lights on, and it's been on every morning when I know it's off at night. I bought a potted plant from Target last Friday, and this morning it was on the floor and the soil was everywhere. I did not hear a single thing fall, and when I woke up in the dead of the night, nothing was there. The other night after I woke up, I decided to go to the bathroom, and I fucking swear on everything I love, it was like my bedroom's door was jammed shut and it wouldn't open. It doesn't have a fucking lock. I'm literally in tears writing this. Something in my head told me, get the fuck back to bed right now. And so I did. For some weird reason, I started singing to myself. Maybe to distract myself. I don't know.
What were they singing?
The same song is popping up whenever I open YouTube or Apple Music.
Shit.
That's
bizarre.
I was just listening to someone sing this song earlier, too.
Wait, did they say the specific song?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They said in parentheses, it's a lame song, nothing creepy. LMAO. It's American Boy by Estelle.
Never heard of it.
It's something like, I'm not gonna do it because I hate singing. So
Sing it.
No.
You've heard me sing.
Yeah, but I don't like singing. It's very like early 2000s, 2010s type of song. It's a really good one. My mood is changing. I'm tired all the time, and I'm actually very high energy because of my chosen job, which entails running around after the kids all day. I'm in a bad mood all the time, and I'm getting angry so easily, which again, not in my characteristics. I feel the need to shut people out, but I'm trying to fight these urges, but anyone I speak to these days about this shit just thinks I'm insane. Someone please help me, suggest something, tell me I'm crazy and I'm not being haunted. Anything, please.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Oh, we got a comment?
Yeah, I wanted to see if there was anything. So the most recent comment says, hang on, I feel like I have to yawn. Sorry. The most recent comment says, I'm not saying you're crazy at all, especially since I've had multiple extreme encounters with the paranormal, not friendly ones either. But 2 things to rule out before you go all in, which I did not know this. The first one is to get a carbon dioxide checker and make sure the carbon dioxide levels are normal in your room.
Oh, yeah.
Also, check for any water damage or anywhere there could possibly be mold in there. If you have high levels of carbon dioxide poisoning or there's mold spores around you that you're breathing in, these will cause severe lapses in judgment and also lots of memory loss. I did not know that. Will make you forget to turn your vanity light off or shut your closet door at night. These will also cause auditory and sensory hallucinations, and they cause severe changes in behavior and emotional disturbance. Carbon dioxide poisoning, mold poisoning, will make you very agitated, depressed, and even cause anxiety. Nausea is also a huge factor in both of these things. I would definitely check out your carbon dioxide levels because if it is this, it goes unnoticed. You can die in your sleep. Very scary. It's harder.
That's scarier than a ghost.
It's harder to check for mold unless it's visible without having to call in a professional, which costs money. But if you do have the funds to pay for an inspection, I would do it for the sake of your mental health, you know?
And physical health?
Exactly, and maybe doing some cleansing at the same time, just in case.
That is such
we have a
brilliant
response.
comment. I like how this was something very important to bring up, and they did that in such a respectful way. Like, you're not crazy, but here's a thing that you might want to look into.
Yeah. I think this is the OP. Yeah, OP.
It'll say OP.
They said, hey, thanks for commenting. So my host mom actually had somebody come to check the carbon dioxide levels in the house because our oven broke right when I got there. Not my fault, I swear. And she has a form of health anxiety. Everything is entirely normal. As for mold, the house finished renovation in June and there's no mold here.
Oh, fuck.
Tonight I've unplugged my vanity and put my plant on the floor. It was on my dresser, so I will update in the morning. Everything is off. My closet is closed all the way. I'm so scared to close my eyes. Okay.
Read it.
All right, so I'm going to skip the following response from the same person who replied and then just go straight to OP.
Yeah.
They said, thank you so much, friend. Last night was extremely scary for me. I really just want my host parents to come back. Didn't get to sleep until 1:30, and then I was awake at 3:30 with the same thumping. This morning, my vanity was on and my closet was open. I'm ordering a phone tripod to record myself tonight, even
Good.
though I'm genuinely scared to rewatch the footage. I would be shitting myself. Are you joking? I will do my best. But I will let you all know. I had a weird experience this morning where the youngest child was crying through the monitor. Oh my god. Oh my god.
My camera shut off again, and Alyssa screamed. We're gonna leave the audio in.
Oh my god.
I'm leaving the audio
If
in.
we have a snippet of me jumping, you better slow-mo that bitch.
Yes.
Holy fuck. Okay. Alright. Something about children crying is freaky. Okay. Let me reword this. Okay, I'm genuinely scared to rewatch the footage, but I will let you all know. I had a weird experience this morning where the youngest child was crying through the monitor, 6:45 a.m., but when I went to her room, she was silent and asleep. I felt as though I'm going clinically insane. I'm just scrolling. Okay, so another comment she said, so I actually spoke to the previous au pair. She said she didn't spend much time there because she felt unsettled.
Ooh.
That is the exact word she used, but didn't elaborate further and hasn't replied to my sadly many messages.
Click on the OP and look at their post history, see if they've like posted a video, because I want to see if they have a camera. Oh, that was their most recent post, never mind.
Yeah, it was a day ago. Oh my word.
So this is very recent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went from the top down.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what else we got.
Well, this is juicy.
Oh, Lord. Let's see. Okay, thank you so much all for your advice. I woke up this morning, closet open, vanity mirror light on, potted plant was still where it was before, thankfully. I'm going to try everything you've mentioned tonight. I barely slept at all. 3 times. Okay, this wake up thing has happened 3 times and it shook me to my core in ways I don't know how to describe it. I've tried talking to my friends and my mother about it, who is so worried, thinking I'm having a mental collapse, that she is flying from my home country to come and see me this month. Nobody believes me, but I know that I'm not crazy. This morning at 6:45ish, the baby was crying on the monitor, so I went to her room. She was silent and asleep. Like, I just feel super lost and insane.
Honestly, I'm glad the mom is coming because she can experience that in person.
So she said, I have a spare iPhone which I'm going to attach to an iPhone tripod ordered off Amazon, arrives Sunday, and this was 8 hours ago.
We need to check in on that.
Yes.
It's Friday now. We're recording this on a Friday.
Yeah. I'll throw the date in. We're doing this on October 20th. So this is currently like the most recent.
We'll have to check back in because
on the next episode.
This is going like a day or two up before Halloween. So.
Yes.
So we'll probably have an update by the time we get it edited.
Yes. So thanks for replying. So the house I live in doesn't have cheap or crap pipes. It's a $4 million home.
Damn.
Obviously not owned by me. It's my host parents, so I don't think it's the pipes. I ask them if they hear anything. They say no. And yes, I need to work on this weird behavior change, but I make sure to never take it out on the girls. If anything, they give me a sense of joy, and I'm human for sure. What do you mean? They're talking about something about hunting.
Like ghost hunting.
Yes. Let's see, what else?
Unfortunately, I'm a massive pussy and can't investigate because I will quite literally pass out.
Me?
I don't know what's going on in this home, but I want it to stop because I'm considering leaving the family if this continues.
Yes. Let's see, what else? No, but mostly scared of what I will see and hear. I'm already scared to sleep tonight because the banging has started very faintly downstairs when my host parents are actually away until Saturday morning and the girls are asleep. I can see on the monitor, so it's just us and the house is fully alarmed. The last au pair said she felt unsettled and didn't spend much time outside of work here, opting to sleep at her friend's house. Let's see. Okay, I did try to ask my homeowners about the previous owners. They gave me a brief history of a woman who lived here with her husband and teenage daughters. When the daughters went to college, they sold the house because it's very large for just 2 people. Host families and au pairs have to undergo extensive checks, at least in my agency, and we are all doing well. The last one was no pets whatsoever. Somebody brought this up to me. Haven't heard of it previously. Let's see. Alright, I'm just scrolling down to make sure we don't miss any other relevant, important information from OP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think we should wrap it up after these.
Yeah. Hey, so far almost the same as always. Thumping. Woke up at 3:30 this morning. Vanity was on. Closet open. Something hasn't happened before. The baby was crying at 6:45, but when I went into her room, it was silent and she was asleep. Brought an iPhone tripod on Amazon.
Oh, so that's a repeat.
Oh, yeah. It was a recap. My bad.
Information.
Just an au pair from London.
Oh.
How I would ask a priest.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's all the relevant information we have.
I will be
for
checking
this
this for updates.
Yes, I'm concerned for this person's well-being.
And if we get updates, we'll put them in here.
Updates.
Okay.
Pumpkin reveal?
Yes, pumpkin reveal.
Okay.
Let's reveal them to each other, and then I'll take my camera off the tripod and do like a close up.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Wait, I'll do it here.
So I went with the fruit bat.
Oh,
He has a little apple.
Oh my god! That is so good.
Thank you. I tried so hard.
That is.
If I was like drawing with pen and paper, it would be better.
Oh my god.
His ears.
He's got a bow tie.
He's so fat. I love him.
It's like a lily bat.
I can't draw.
I want to put a side by side of this with the picture that I took of her cat the other day. Her cat was sitting in a way that made her look like a snowball with feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cute though. I kind of went for something similar to yours, but like with the fangs and the
I was briefly considering kind of doing like a goof on What We Do in the Shadows, because when the vampires turn into bats, they'll just yell out like bat, and then they'll just like turn into a vampire or turn into a bat. And I was gonna paint like a little Guillermo on the side, but I'm not that good at painting, much less on a
Are you kidding
fruit
me?
canvas. But what do you mean?
This looks like a second grader did it. Are you joking? I can't draw a straight line to save my life. I think I might buy you a new camera for Christmas.
Card full and the battery is crapping out.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm gonna turn it off and just film the rest on my phone.
Okay.
So the camera crapped out on us, but this is my little pumpkin. He's my fruit bat. He's a little apple. And this is Allie's pumpkin.
I hate it.
Rotund. No, he's cute.
I can't draw a straight line to save my life.
Cute. Those lines are straight.
Which ones?
Those.
Oh, the only straight lines I can draw.
You weren't straight anyway.
I know. I can't even sit straight.
Also, close up of our set.
Yeah, we have the little pumpkin for Lily.
My weird ass gumball machine that I put rocks in.
We have the little girl.
Yes.
I don't know what her name is, but she's got a.
We need to name
thingy.
her. Comment who did the better pumpkin? Which your favorite is?
Heather.
No.
Heather did.
Yours
Yes.
is fun.
Are you joking?
And comment what we should name our girl.
Yes.
This is my Labrador.
Oh, we forgot to turn our cap thing on.
Oh, that's okay.
Wait.
We have a light.
Oh, there's that freaking fruit fly.
Oh. Also, what did I do with my mug?
Oh, it's under there.
Oh.
But
I was gonna show my mug.
we have mugs. Are you
I'll do a
really
close up of my
putting
mug
the whole
later.
camera on me right now?
Yes, but it's a really good angle.
Oh my god, okay.
We're gonna put it in editing anyway. All right, see you next time.
Bye.